This is technically my first Mario Tennis game, but I somehow feel like a series veteran. I've played many Mario games before, and I played tennis in Switch Sports, so now just combine the two. First thing I did was a tutorial. I learned how to press the A button and how to press it again. I was also educated on fever rackets. During matches, you'll have an FV gauge, and when it's filled up, you can unleash a fever shot. That's right, vaccines are in Mario Tennis. You can even Uno reverse someone else's fever shot with the fever shot counter. Alright, just hold still. Ow! What the hell was that? My fever shot counter. Alright, now it's time to get into the actual game. There were several modes to try, but I went with adventure. Before that though, I explored the main menu a bit. You have to play 95 matches to unlock Yellow Paratroopa. Ah, dang it man, that's who I wanted to play as first. And I accidentally unlocked the airship court for opening how to play. Anyways, the single player story mode campaign. Let's see how it is, and I'm done. Yeah, it wasn't very long, but it was still fun to play. Princess Daisy was very sick, and renowned trustworthy people Wario and Waluigi explain that she can be healed with this golden apple. A certain Princess Peach has a certain airship. Hey, so do I opened how to play, remember? Everyone went off to this remote island where the fruit can be found. That's where Wario and Waluigi revealed that they were actually after rare treasure found in the same place. So Mario gets the apple, but then these buffoons anger every enemy in a 10-mile radius. So they all start running towards the hot air balloon, which gets pulled up by Donkey Kong, who literally just spawned. They start fending off the fuzzies with everything but tennis rackets, until the purple cloud blasts them, turning them all into infants. Good thing we had tennis uniforms for babies ready to go in case anyone turned into one. Apparently I'm now enrolled in the Mushroom Tennis Academy. I cannot escape school. I explored around the campus. I talked to a Koopa Troopa who said, "You must be some kind of prodigy if you got into this school at your age." Yes, some say I am the young Sheldon in the great sport of tech. Can you stop whacking me in the face while we're talking? I went and did all these mini games, which honestly feel like they could be straight out of Mario Party. And then these practice sessions where I learned all the different shots. Flat, slice, topspin. So these two things have something in common. Progress in this mode is marked by stickers. Taking a look at them. I've officially finished my JV classes, so it's time to move on to varsity. Varsity is all about doubles matches, so you'll need a partner. You may have heard of him. Huh. Who could this mysterious partner in question be? It's fucking Luigi, I can't believe it. I played my first actual match of the game against Goomba and Koopa Troopa, and I gotta say, I was having fun. From an outside perspective, Mario Tennis looked a lot like just taking turns pressing A, hitting the ball to each other, but I'm quickly learning there's a lot more to it, with all the different shots you can do, every character's unique strengths, and the fever rackets. This is also where I heard the announcer for the first time. I love the concept of a talking flower commentator, and they executed it decently well. He'll have dynamic lines based on the shots or fever rackets being used in the match. There's no way to toggle it off though, which becomes a problem once you've played the game a lot and his lines are just the same thing over and over.
Wonderful! Keep it going! Nice technique! What a fun shot! Oh, an easy one! It's just about time for a fever shot! I'm on the edge of my seat! The rally just keeps going! High ball! Was the plan to pierce the sky?
Oh, shut the fuck! By now I had learned most of the game's maneuvers, so the later portions of the academy was mostly quizzes and practice matches. I worked my way up to rank A and won the big finale tournament, meaning I've officially graduated. I thought it would end right there, but then we embarked on a whole ass adventure, with the world map and all. I totally forgot we needed to actually turn ourselves back into adults, so that's where we went. What a smooth, safe flight. I hope it stays like this all the way to our destination. Wario and Waluigi proceeded to set the ship on fire and jump off, so I put them out, in tennis style of course. There's no other way it could be done. It's a Mario game, so Bowser needs to be part of the plot, so now we're fighting Wario and Waluigi again on his battleship. Upon defeat, they conveniently left behind a flame racket, my first fever racket. I've been mentioning these already, but basically these are special rackets that have certain effects every time you use a fever shot with them. There's a total of 30 of them, and they're all unique, such as the ice racket, the ice racket, and the ice racket. A lot of them will put hazards on your opponent's side of the court, making it harder for them to hit the ball back. Some will make you invincible, give you a shadow partner, add a big curve to your shots, allow you to fly across the court like you're the Flash. You can become invisible, create tornadoes every time you hit the ball, knock back your opponent every time they hit the ball, turn the tennis ball into a football and make it bounce in a random direction. Personally, I think the fever rackets are what make this game fun and replayable. It's fun to use all the different rackets and try to work around the one your opponent has. For now, we're just going on an adventure montage. I went through 5 different areas, each with enemies and then a boss. The ice ruins was a bit puzzly. It had me taking on these Taifus and then eventually Ice Chomp. There's not much to talk about here. All the bosses had unique spins on the same tennis gameplay, but nothing too crazy. Limestone Cave had a lightning Cheep Chomp, Heavy Forest had Petey Piranha, Foggy Swamp had King Histocrat from 3D World, which was pretty cool, and then Valley of the Monsters was the final area. Oh, okay, Luigi just got one shot. Okay, come in Donkey Kong, and there goes Donkey Kong too. This is where I fought that purple cloud from earlier, which turned out to be a Scuttlebug. Not just any Scuttlebug, a fat-ass Scuttlebug. You had to use the different shots you learned to aim the fuzzies towards the platform he was on. Upon defeat, Peach turns back to normal, just like Luigi, which I forgot to mention. But it's a Mario game, so Bowser has to be part of the plot, so he teams up with King Scuttlebug. So I destroyed this fella, and even finished him off by whacking Bowser's shell at him. So now Mario's back to normal too, as well as... And now... What about these assholes? Wario and Waluigi gave them so much trouble that they just straight up left them as babies.
It's baby.
It's Wario.
As a baby, he'll grow.
So that was adventure. The next mode I tackled was tournament. I picked my character in Racket and got put into a 3-round bracket. Goomba was my first opponent. I turned a success into a postponement. Mario was who I played after that. I made him regret putting on the tennis hat. So the finale was against baby Wario, who lost to me in every scenario. Just hand me the Dr. Seuss trophy already. Tournament was basically normal matches, but if you lost, you were eliminated and had to restart. These were all pretty easy. Until I got to the Star Cup. The first 2 matches were still not much of a challenge. Round 2 was all characters in the Bowser family, and Dry Bowser. But then came the championship against Bowser Jr. The fever racket this imbecile had was the Bullet Bill racket. What does the Bullet Bill racket do, you might ask? What was that? What the heck? What? It turns the tennis ball into a high-speed rocket. Sometimes they just went straight towards me, and for those I would hit them back. But some of them just went right through my racket, and others would go in a completely different direction, which I had zero idea how to deal with those. As such, I came to refer to these as the bullshit bills. Bowser Jr. was mopping the floor with me. I lost the first 2 sets without winning a single game. I needed to lock in going into set 3. If I stood in the center near the back, I could try to react fast enough to dive towards the bullshit bills and hit them back. I somehow just randomly won this game and the next, and won set 3. So now we're in set 4, and this is where things got interesting. In the first game, we ended up with a 40-30 score. I could win the game here, but instead Bowser Jr. goes into his book of bullshit and pulls out the bullshit net. He hit the ball, which hit the net, which gave me no chance to hit it. He won the first game. Entering game 2, I think I might try to— He already scored! We just started! I need to go back to Tennis Academy, man. What the hell am I doing? Now we're in the championship point, which meant that if Junior scored again, he would win the entire tournament. But then I suddenly turned into Prime Novak Djokovic out of fucking nowhere. I hit the ball towards him, he hit it back but with the strength of an actual turtle. We were still in championship point, but then I scored again with the fever shot and again with raw skills. I somehow came back and won the game despite being down 40-0. In game 3 he fucking died, so I won again, and now we're in game 4. I don't know if it's nerves or stress or whatever, but I just self-implode every time we start a new game. I went down 40-0, or 40 love, whatever. And I kid you not, as soon as that happened I started popping off and tied it up. He scored against me, but then I scored back, then I scored again, but then he scored, but then I scored, but then he scored, but then he scored again, but then I scored, but then he scored, but then he scored again, and won the game. It's 2-2 for the set, so now we're going into a rare tiebreaker, first to 7 wins. And dude, I just started sucking again. I served and he immediately scored. So then he served and he scored again. Then I hit the ball too far and out of bounds, giving him a free point. I went down 2-5. It was so over. But then I used my fever shot into a distraction star shot into a scoring star shot. I deflected one of his bullshit bills, which bounced right past him, followed by a fever shot and a flat shot and another fever shot and a topspin shot. I might just be one of those people that performs better while losing. Now we're in set 5. He went up 40 again, but I specifically told myself, this is where I want him. This is where I shine. And what do you know? I brought it to deuce and 1. Okay, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, but he's up 40-0 again. So now it's time to start making my comeback. I lost. This had been such a miracle run so far that I forgot you can actually lose if you're losing by a lot. But worry not, loyal viewer, I won the next game. That put us in set 5, game 3. If I won this one, I'd win it all. He fired a bullshit bill past me to go up 15 love. Then he did the exact same thing again to go up 30. I could have let him score again to activate that stupid comeback gimmick, but I decided to show some mercy and score myself. And then he scored with the bill again. So I answered back by scoring 1, 2, 3 times in a row. Championship point, except this time it's for me. I served with a topspin shot. He uses one back. I flat shot to the left. He hits it back, but embraces his culture in the turtle family, hits the ball way short of the net. I win the game, set, match, and tournament. It was 4-0 entering set 3. We were in championship point in set 4. I had to deal with these stupid flying rockets, which I later learned that these are actually incredibly easy to deal with by just moving to the front and spamming weak shots, but I did not know that back then. That was the most fun I've had in a video game in a while. I was so invested. This single match lasted 60 real-life minutes, an entire hour of dealing with the bullshit bill. That was insane. What's my reward for this?
Bruh.
Okay, now let's mix things up by checking out Mix It Up. These are basically minigames that are still tennis, just not normal tennis. There's a ring shot. Basically, you're trying to get the most points by hitting the ball through these rings. Just spam flat shot. Just spam flat shot. Forest court match is cool. It's tennis, but the size of the court is constantly changing. Grass is inbounds, dirt is out of bounds. In this game, you want to go full Discord mod. Touch as little grass as possible, because the more you have on your side, the more areas your opponent has to hit the ball towards. The grass changes when the ball gets eaten by a piranha plant. Hit the ball at a golden one, and their entire court becomes grass. Reddit mods in shambles. Pinball match? Do you enjoy being dizzy? This game has 5 bumpers on each side. When they get hit by the tennis ball, they get activated and can spin you around. When 3 bumpers get hit, it goes into this sudden death mode where everyone's just going berserk. The game won't stop when someone scores. The chaos just keeps going until someone wins, and there's multiple tennis balls. Looks like I unlocked a new racket. Racket factory match? What I thought this mode was going to be is what it should have been. What it actually is a tennis match, but when you hit that giant racket icon on your opponent's side, it spawns a fever racket you can pick up and use. What I was hoping it'd be was this crazy scene where you're getting a new fever racket every 10 seconds and your fever gauge fills up every time you get a new one, so it's just fever effects all over the court and complete chaos. Yup, I was way off. And Wonder Court match! Finally! I love Mario Wonder. I've been waiting for this. Oh, the ground theme is playing. There's a talking flower to the side, Prince Florian as the umpire, Poplins in the audience, the castle in the background, and instead of points, you get wonder seeds. Plus the wonder flower appears. I whacked it with a tennis ball and pipes appeared. I played again and this time it was the singing piranha plants. Anyone got any fireballs? And then trial towers mode. Yeah, I do have a tower of free trials. Helps you keep track. Oh, we're talking about Mario Tennis. Here, the game locks you into a certain character and racket, and you have to succeed in a minigame-esque minigame. Like for this one, I'm in a team of babies, and we're going against Bowser. Here, everyone has swerve rackets, so half the shots are just curving, and sometimes it's just a regular match or mix-it-up game, with and against a certain character or racket. Each game is a level in the trial tower, and you're trying to climb to the top. If you lose one though, you'll lose a heart, and if you lose all 3, you'll have to start over. This was pretty cool. The Tower of Trickery was my favorite one, because I went down to 1 heart early on, so I had to play the rest of it on the edge of my seat. This made the finale against Bowser super intense. It came down to a 4-4 match point, and I barely won. At some point, it was complete chaos, both of us burning alive but still having the means to hit the ball across the net. After completing the 3 trial towers, you might think you're finished, but then the game jump scares you with 100 more trials to play individually. You had just gone through 30 of them in the towers, now play 70 more. On top of that, each one has 3 challenges. Completing each one gives you a star. That means there's 300 stars you need to collect to truly finish this one mode. Some of these were actually quite a challenge. My favorite ones included endless fever shots. This one had you and your opponent with maxed out fever gauges, so you could just spam them against each other. Fever Racket Factory died for this. Heated airship scuffle. There was lava all over your side, and one of the challenges was to not get burned. So you had to scramble around trying to win the match, but without touching the fire. This was actually kinda hard. And it's a raining Hoppo's wonder. No explanation necessary. Fever shotting a Hoppo was one of my bucket list items. That's just 3, there's a lot of cool ones here. But finally, it's time. After playing all these modes, it led me to accomplishing the thing I've been aiming for this entire time. I have officially played over 95 matches, which means it's time. Yellow Paratroopa! Oh hey, I came down with a fever right as I unlocked my favorite character. Maybe I shouldn't have countered that shot. So I called the doctor back for redemption. Okay, I put your tennis racket over there so you don't whack me again. Fine. Okay, again, just hold still. What was that? The fever shot counter.